Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and with me in studio is Olmstead Hinds, and we are going to go through a series of shows that talk about six men in St. Peter. Now, in the recent history of things in St. Peter, six men's St. Peter, Mia Mottley is on record to say that she is the last government, or her administration is the last government the people of St. Peter are going to have to go to have legal rights to the land there in Six Men's St. Peter. Now, I want to bring Olmstead in, and he is going to take you through from now what's happening now in 2024. In the series, we're going to go right through back in time to about 90 in the early 1950s to show what happened and how they got into this particular situation and who owned the land and how did the guy that owns the family, the Cameron Brooms family, how did Cameron Brooms, get to own it? And Dr. W.K. Chandler, how did he get it in the first place? We're going to talk about all of that during the series. But for today's first show, we're going to talk about Mia Mottley and her administration being the last place that they have to go to have ownership. I want to welcome Olmstead Hinds into the studio. Olmstead?
Yes, please. Now, my question to the party, being a resident of St. Peter and being called a squatter. Now, the Democratic Labour Party was established in 1955.
Let's talk about Mia. I want you to talk.
Then,
I want you to talk about Mia. Okay.
Now, the BLP Labour Party is a social democratic party in Barbados, established in 1938. It has been in power since 1954, 1961, 1976, 1986, 1994, 2008, and 2080, present onward. And we down here was promised this land for so long. And a government that's supposed to be a social democratic political party of a country. And knowing that you are a social democratic party, you did sociology to understand what people is going through? If you did sociology and you're a social democratic party, you should pick up on sociology, because it is to look at the people well-being, not only that how they're living, the condition and everything like that, and what might kick them to say or do certain things in a country, which that should be the first and foremost thing, to look after your own, because a good king that look after his people be well liked. Whether it's Democratic Labour Party or BLP Party in a country. But so far, we down here at Six Men's seems to be put in the background. And it's not nice. And these are the things that are affecting us down here. So we would like to know if these words that you said on the 2024, the second month, the 24 at Alexander School, 50 years on, the residents of Six Men, St. Peter, are still pleading with the government for the legal rights to the land on which they live. And the Prime Minister, Mia Mottley, have given the assurance that this time the government she leads will be the last they have to approach. So we know that in the country there are promises, and a promise is a comfort to food. We want to see if it is true or not. We just don't need promises down here, because year after year, the people represent government by electing them into parliament. And actually, for me, I don't do that because I put my source in my vote in a different source because I'm not easily to be swayed. So that's the thing that concern me personally, and the people would like to know certain things what going on with them.
So it's 240 acres that we're talking about, okay? 240 acres. And right now, the squatters, that's what you call yourself, the squatters are occupying 40 acres. Is there any more outside that 40 acres that you need, or is it only 40 acres that you need to be happy?
It's only the 40 acres that the people are living on, which in years past that this land, they make it look so disgraceful that this land was given in the 50s a quarter acre and people still holding on to a rent book down here. Who used to rent the land in the 50s from the plantation?
Yeah, but no one is paying right now, are they?
No.
The answer no, right. No one's paying rent. And when you were paying rent to, initially it was to Chandler, Dr. Chandler?
Yes, W. Chandler.
WK Chandler?
According to the Barbados handbook, Sixpence is 240 acres wide, and the owner was Dr. W. K. Chandler, and the manager Alan Seals.
Right. And then for some reason it left his hands and went into Cameron Brooms. Do you know Cameron Brooms' hand? Do you know how much Cameron Brooms bought the 240 acres for? Do you have a figure? How much he bought it for?
No, I don't know, but I do know that on September 2001, the 27th, we have received a letter from the Prime Minister of Barbados that was on after. And because he was asking about the land, so he sent different papers through the mail to us, giving us the assurance that the land be developed with proper amenities and everything like that.
Okay, so at that point, residents in the 40-acre sphere there, you were paying rent to Cameron Brooms, correct?
Not me. I never pay rent to him.
I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking about the people who live in Sixpence. Were they?
Yeah, they used to pay rent.
Okay, so Owen Arthur got it in your heads that Brooms was a thief, so everyone stopped paying rent. Is that true?
No, the rent was stopped paid. The people stopped paying the rent in 1976 when the general election, when Tom Adams was now coming into power in 1981. So he stopped the people from paying the rent, and he put in the road up through the village, and then the people didn't pay rent onward.
So you talk about eminent domain, or you use a different word. So the government took the government.
Well, for a letter I have, he said that it was compulsory.
Right. Acquisition.
Compulsory.
Yeah. So then if you call it compulsory acquisition or eminent domain, whatever wording you use, you have to pay the owner for the land. So is it true that although Cameron Brooms is not alive, his family has the government in court because the land is disputed? Is that not true?
Yes, please.
So how is Mia Mottley saying that she's the last government that you're going to ever have to come to resolve these issues? How do you know how she's planning to resolve the issues that are how much are they asking for? 90 million? 70 million?
There was action at that time at 27th to 2021, 2001. The letter stated that it was asking for 70 million.
Okay, so they're asking, they're trying to get 70 70 million from the government, and the government doesn't have money. The government is taxpayers. Let's get that out there. It's taxpayers. So Mia Mottley is saying, I'm asking, I don't know if she said it verbatim, but I got the impression that she's saying they ain't paying no 70 million for that.
Well, on that, the guidance of the party when Onafa was alive, that's what he said. As for Mia, I don't know what is her plan.
Okay.
Pertaining the land, if she willing to pay the 70 million so that the people can have the land. But there are most likely there are several letters that was given to us which that I keep in records. Also, I have written the Prime Minister personally, Mr. Afa, October the 19th, 2000, and he replied to me. So stating what he was about to do for the residents of 6 Mins.
So has it been done?
Never
So,
have been
okay,
done.
so this is the year.
Certain parts have been done, which that in the letter, the 27th, 2001, September 2001, when I get into beautifying Barbados, he did send electricity and water because the people down here was in that situation, and I had it to always run into the nation to make sure that the people get something, to live in a better condition.
Okay. So you didn't have water, or you didn't have water or electricity.
Electricity in '94, certain areas.
Okay.
But yes, the village had where Tom Adams, when he put in the road in 1976, out that side had water and light. But this side I'm living, it just had like cat roads and open ground that the people like leave off. The older people just leave off. Some of the people down here that did own the land give the certain people the rights to put the land up, to put a house or erect a house on. So it was just not that you just come and put down a house like that and just squat like there in St. Philip, which that the BLP give the people the rights to the land, and that then wasn't even there for over 50 years, right? Which is a jubilee. So we down here now have to suffer, and I tend to think it's because of it is so close to the sea, and things that really
so it's close to the sea, so it's becoming expensive. You're a destination now. The sea is a destination. Yes.
Right. They have the same line solution, and this land. If you really check how Barbados was run back then, and sugarcane, all the land that was around the sea, it was just for great trees, sea island grapes and coconuts. And now with the saline solution and the beauty, right? People now just selling the land is being offered to the outside investors. But you can get a piece of land at $200 a square foot. Some parts $50, right? Which we pushing out Barbadians and putting the tax rate is high on the land. That Barbados were not able to pay for it. So where we will go. That's why you see now too that these are problems that are happening in countries.
So let me ask you a question. Because we're coming up to this is the first installment, by the way, everyone who's listening. So out of the 40 acres that you guys are occupying, is it all plumbed with electricity and water?
Yes, right now, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. And Nikki Beach Bar, is that in your area? Is that somewhere in your area? Because they had to have gotten permits to do that. How did that happen? If you guys can't get, okay, go ahead.
That will also Nikki Beach Bar. There were squatters too, right? Because there was on some of the 240 acres. But these are facts. These are facts. I'm not alleging anything. because if you go to the Daily Nation, Thursday, February 28th, 2019, there's an article with the same Nikki Beach.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not called Nikki Beach. It's a communication high tide Pandora Hotel.
Oh, okay,
Right?
okay.
And this is what happened here now. Just listen to this. Notice of application, declaration of ownership, and certificate of title in respect of land, statue at 6 Min St. Peter in the parish of St. Peter, in this island, containing about amount 4,562 square meters. Now that is where that hotel is going.
What hotel?
Pandora Hotel.
So Nikki's bar is gone? Nikki's Beach bar is
It's
gone?
gone. Yes,
Okay.
it's gone.
Okay.
Now that is where the hotel is going to be built. Now
Oh,
that
I
was
see.
on 6 Min's land. And there
So
is
wait, hold up. So that is on part of the 240 acres that you're talking about?
Yes, because they will never, because it says clearly, why should you have to go to the court to get the titles for 6 Min? And then now the government to itself had to know about that to give them the rights to build it, because nobody, they object this court order. Nobody didn't object this court order in this paper, the 28th of February.
Why were there no objections to the order?
Because I would say, when I said the government owned the land.
Oh.
So if the government is looking, right, tourism supposed to be our business because we have no industry but tourism now because sugarcane is gone. So they hold tourism the highest esteem. So they're gonna push it.
So the only holdup is the 70 million then, because if you're saying the government owns but listen, Olmstead, but they're saying, Olmstead, they're saying I'm hearing that they're saying that it's the matter is in court. The matter is being challenged in court. It's a court matter. So if it's a court matter, and they're talking about eminent domain, if it's eminent domain and they had paid the market price, it wouldn't have been a court matter. It wouldn't have been an issue. Okay, so if there's an issue, the government can't really own it. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, they can't really own it if they're saying it's a court matter. What am I hearing here?
Then, if the government didn't own it, who did own a part of 6 Min that this declaration will have to go to the High Court? On Act 2011-7, Form 3. So these are things that you have to look into, because the papers itself can be sued if it's liable to any false information. So, but sometimes you go back and you look and you peep at things to see where you're coming from, because I'm not stupid. So these are things that I want to know.
So wait. So you're saying that if this hotel has initial permission to build there, it has to be that they ask. It has to be that they ask the government. They had to get permission from the government. Is that what you're saying?
Of course, because to build a hotel, you gotta go through town country planning, innit?
Oh,
you have to go through town country planning, right?
Yeah.
So who lead town country planning? So these are things that I would like to know. Man, these are questions at the town hall meeting I wanted to ask, but I didn't hear about the Alexander Square. I didn't hear about it. But I was keeping silent a long time, because what happened is that the people is too much in politics, and they're easily to be swayed by people.
Okay, so on that show, we're going into 20 minutes. We're going into 20 minutes for this first show. The next show, we want to hear if they got permits and if they went to the High Court to get whatever declaration, we need to find out more about that. So the next show, maybe you can talk more about this hotel that's coming, and also I want you to give some more information about the beautification project that you went through, how you cleaned up certain areas, all the the sweat and tears that you put into that area. We can talk about that in the next show. But yeah, just close it up now, and anything you want to say to close up this particular episode.
Yes, hope Barbados are listening to the program, and you can ask any question about it, because it is truth. It's enough truth to it. So you have a nice day. Thank you.
You're welcome. So next week, well, in 2 days, if you're up for it, we could talk for another
Yes, please.
15 minutes, and you could give more history and more information and your personal feelings and all the work that you put in, and then we can go back and back and back until we have a full show on this. People know what's going on in 6 months. Okay?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, this is Sherry Veronica, Naked to Partial Radio.